Roblox Forsaken has 15 different characters, with 4 milestones each. These were obtained by leveling up, with the max level being 100. Every milestone also rewarded a skin, but this was going to take a lot of time since each milestone takes around 24 hours. In this video, I'm going to show you my progression from being a level 1 noob to a level 100 pro, and also tips and tricks that I learned along the way. I'm doing this because I'm trying to get every achievement in Forsaken, and I got majority of them in this video. So if you haven't seen it yet, go check it out. Anyways, as you can tell from the thumbnail, I'm doing Shedletsky, who is a 2-star difficulty with standard stats. He is also one of the 3 free survivors you get by just joining the game. His main ability is Slash, which is able to stun the killer for 3 seconds, and recharges after 40 seconds. His second ability is called Fried Chicken, where he heals 40 health over a 10-second period. The downside of this ability is it can only be used twice, and has a long 70-second cooldown. That was a brief showcase of Shedletsky, but I will be getting more into detail later about some random things I learned while getting to milestone 4. Anyways, here is my first time playing as Shedletsky. My first game as Shedletsky was also my first game ever playing Forsaken, so the first thing I did was test what my abilities did. After walking around for a little, I found my first generator. This will be the main way I get my experience to level up. Anyways, in my first game I was able to land my first slash, and even my second one later in the game. But my lack of experience was showing as I ate my chicken right in front of the killer. I managed to get away but missed my third slash, and later ended up dying with a few seconds left. It was clear that I would need to get a lot better if I wanted to have a chance at getting to milestone 4. Nothing happened in game 2, but in game 3 I was able to land some decent slashes. However, I was still missing half of them, which was going to be a problem, because it would lead to me taking unnecessary damage. That was it for my first games, but I had some work to do. This first game was where I got the Blame John achievement, where I had to land 3 slashes in the same game.
You're no fun.
I was getting better, but still sucked, and even managed to win somehow. The next game was just like any other. At this point I had learned that generators were the best source of experience, so I would do one, and then use my stun on the killer. Or at least try to, but I still had a little grinding before I actually got to level 25. Okay, so I actually forgot to record not only when I got milestone 1, but also when I got milestone 2 and 3. If you watched the video where I got milestone for Slasher, I explained that my original plan for this series was to have a big video where I got all of the milestones at once. But then I realized I didn't want to spend 10 days worth of playtime on a single video. And I also didn't want my upload schedule to be ruined like it was a while ago. So sorry about that, but don't worry, my future videos will have more content in the future. Also, here are the skins I obtained from reaching each of these milestones if anyone was curious. Sometime in this period I also learned a new technique to use my slash. You see, the hitbox of his slash is dependent on where he is facing. So if I move my character around fast enough I can make it bigger. This move can be inconsistent, but it can be useful in certain situations. Another skill I learned was simple but effective. Using shift lock, I can quickly switch where I'm facing and catch the killer off guard. This skill was very consistent and helped me land more of my slashes. However, I was still missing some of them, which is going to always happen. Anyways, that's all for now, but there's still some things I will be talking about later. But before we continue, it would really help me if you subscribed. These videos take a lot of time to make and I'm trying to reach my goal of 100,000. And only 83% of you guys watching are subscribed. So if everyone did right now, we might be able to get there. Anyways, while getting to milestone 4, I was still mostly using generators, and I realized that the easiest time to stun the killer was when they were focused on someone else. And there were certain situations where the killer was vulnerable as well. But I can't lie, getting to milestone 4 was just a bunch of grinding. And most of the time I spent was away from everybody doing generators, with me sometimes stunning the killer for EXP. But the main priority was my survival, because I could get 150x just from surviving till the end. But I was still only level 96, so I still had a lot of work to do. After all that, I was finally done. I had reached milestone 4 and got the skin, which even has a cool sword animation. But most importantly, I got the achievement for doing so. However, there was still one thing I had to do. The Johnny achievement, where I had to get caught eating my fried chicken by the killer. Which sounds simple enough, right? Yeah, it was pretty easy. That was how I mastered Shedletsky and got to milestone 4. Let me know what characters you guys want to see me do next. I'm working on guest and 1x1 right now and already have Noli into time done. So if you have any suggestions on anything, but I probably will do chance to finish off the sentinels. If you enjoyed, make sure to subscribe and like this video so I know to make more videos like this. Anyways, thanks for watching.